Over the years, I've learned the hard way that there are no simple choices in life. Since my departure, things seem to have gotten even more complicated for my friends on Wisteria Lane, as well as my newest neighbor. Indeed, making a choice between the status quo, the chance to live on the edge, or to rekindle a long-lost passion is a difficult and complicated affair. But sometimes we find ourselves with no other option than to make a choice. And we can find the very decision liberating in and of itself.
I was gonna save an end stream. What's going on?
Look who's here. So glad you could finally join us. I'd offer you a seat, but Eric and your husband took the last 2 chairs. Not much. I was just strolling through the neighborhood. Ran into these 2. I figured the 4 of us could have a nice little chat. Hey, it's just like I said. I was right outside your house when I ran into my old friend here. We're not friends, Corsetti. We ran into each other and caught up on old times. You see, he's been watching me. But what he didn't know is that I've been watching him too. Today was supposed to be the big revelation, wasn't it, Eric? It still is, but not quite in the way you were hoping. There are people who want you to think of me as a bad guy, someone who shouldn't be trusted under any circumstances. But tonight, you're going to find out who the men in this room really are. And by the end of the evening, you're going to make a choice. You're going to pick the man you want to spend the rest of your life with.
Wait, is this the end now?
Of course, if you decide that you want me sooner than that, I'll understand. Why don't you start out by asking a couple of questions? See what everyone here has to tell you. In case you're tempted to try anything funny, I've cut your phone line and disabled your computer. And don't be stupid and try to run off. I've got eyes in the back of my head. I've got a guy just outside keeping a close watch on the place. No one's getting in or out unless I say so. Trust me, there's a lot you don't know about the men sitting in this room. Ask them whatever you want. Given the circumstances, it's in their best interest to answer honestly.
One thing's for certain, things need to be different. Do whatever you want, marriage counseling, a family therapist, whatever it takes. I just don't want to lose you. I can't live without you.
That's a good question. I see you haven't lost all your smarts. You'll live a life of luxury. I'll see to it that you can have everything you've ever wanted. You'll never have to cook another meal or clean a house ever again. Well, you could expect me to make an honest living, provide you with everything you need and some of the things you want. I'd be home every night in time for family dinner, and I'd treat you like you deserve to be treated, with respect.
This is like, what's it called? This is like Blind Date. And this is happening in front of my son.
On a federal agent's salary, I wouldn't be able to hire anyone to take care of the housekeeping. But on the other hand, I can guarantee you I'll never hire anyone to take care of you, like Corsetti did once upon a time. Don't pay any attention to him. He'll say whatever he thinks he needs to in order to save his sorry hide. Vinny's the one you shouldn't listen to, Mary. He doesn't want you to remember what he did to you, because if you did, you wouldn't have anything to do with him. All right, that's enough out of you, Larson. Zip it. It was nothing important. Trust me. It sounds like you've gotten some interesting information from everyone in the room. What's your next question?
This is literally Blind Date.
If? There's an if? I'm your husband. Love, honor, and obey. Did you forget that little part?
Actually, there's a lot to consider, whether she knows it or not. I would take you to a little out-of-the-way French restaurant I know of that makes the best creme brulee you'll ever have. After that, we'll head back to my estate, open a bottle of Cabernet Sauvignon, and let things progress naturally. Take you down to the local police precinct and have you give a written statement about everything that happened tonight. Why do you ask? You've got a lot to consider right now, so I'd say we're just about finished. Do you have any...
No, I've come clean with you about everything. As much as Vincent doesn't want to hear it, there's nothing left to say. However, I will say that Eric over there isn't the saint he makes himself out to be. A little while ago, he barged into my office looking for God knows what. Now, I won't jump to conclusions, even though it seems everyone else here is doing just that. But I will say that he spent a lot of time asking questions about you, as opposed to questions about an actual case, which doesn't seem like fitting behavior for a distinguished federal agent.
Me? Come on. What could I possibly know that's worth lying to you about? You know, this is exactly what Larson wants, right? I knew you. He'll do whatever it takes to get you on his side, so that he can arrest me on whatever trumped-up charges he comes. Larson has a whole story concocted that explains everything he wants you to believe. He says that I know you, that he knows you, and that I killed you. Which, of course, means that I should go to jail, right? Really convenient how that all works out for him, isn't it? He gets the girl and the collar. It's almost too good to be true, isn't it, Larson?
Sorry to disappoint you, but I've told you the truth from day one. Hell, I always tell the truth. It's probably my greatest flaw. The only thing I waited for was the right time to tell you the truth about Vincent, about your past, about everything. And that's also the reason why you saw me leaving the medical office. I was investigating a hunch, one that explains everything that you can't. For the past 20 years or so, you've had an acute case of retrograde amnesia. You knew something was wrong, but since your husband was kind enough to fill in all the fabricated details, you were blissfully unaware of that fact.
Come on, Larson. This is the real world, not some soap opera. Next thing you'll be telling us is that she has an evil twin. You'll have to do a lot better than that if you want to get out of here in one piece.
That's the first sane thing you've said tonight, Vincent. There's no way she has amnesia. It's not medically possible. Don't lie to the woman, Eric.
But I thought I did have amnesia. I'm so confused.
Of course, neither of these guys are going to let you believe it, since you discovering the truth isn't exactly in their best interests.
That's enough out of you. If you can't answer the questions honestly, then just keep your mouth shut.
You pointed at me while saying that.
Yeah, that'll have to do. So now's the big decision. Now that you've heard everything, sweetie, you really should learn how to make up your mind. I don't have all day. Hey, quit your squirt. All right, I've got something I need you to do. Go over there and tighten their ropes. I don't want anyone leaving our little soiree before you have a chance to make your decision.